So in this video we are gonna make this small background changing app using a button like this. If I press onto this button, you can see different colors appearing according to the code that I have given. So we are gonna make this using JavaScript. So let's begin. So first of all, let's include the HTML5 boilerplate. So this is the repeated code used in every HTML template. So we're gonna remove the extra code that we don't need here. So for now this would be good. So we need to create first of all a button. So we'll write the button tag and give this a name like change background color. And okay, so button is created. Save this and open this with live server. Now you can see small button here. Okay, so now we have to add the JavaScript so that we can change the background color. So before starting that, we need to know some basics of JavaScript that we are gonna use here, and those are the variables. Now declaring variables in JavaScript is quite easy. To write JavaScript, first of all you need to include the script tag, and that should be below the body tag. So to declare variable, we can simply write the var keyword, and here we have to declare the variable name that we want to have. So for now I will keep the variable name as change. And now we want the action to occur when we press the button. So we have to assign this button that we have created here to this variable here. So to assign that, first of all we need to write certain code, and that is you will write document the script tag is not closed here. First of all, let's close this, and now you will see the color also changes. Now if I write here document dot, now here are certain options. You can select an element. For now you should select this. I will make another video on JavaScript selectors, which will give all the basics of various ways you can select element in JavaScript. So for now we will use query selector, and here inside this we are gonna give the class name or the ID which we have assigned to the element. For now I will assign this button an ID of button change. Okay, so if you don't know what are IDs and what are classes and whatever I am talking about right here, so you can view my other videos, previous videos, where I have told you everything about the classes and IDs and various HTML and CSS basics that you need to know if you are continuing with this part of the JavaScript. So I would recommend you to watch those first and then watch these. Okay, so if you already know this, then there's no problem. So I have given this an ID of btn change, and now here I will write this ID. So you specify an ID by a hash sign, and then you write btn change. So this is hash symbolizes that it is an ID, and this name is the ID name that is right here. So we have selected our element. Now what we need to do is we want that when we click onto this button there is some action. So for adding an action you use the another you can say an object specifier that is called an add event listener. So this is the element to which we want the change. So we will write change dot add event listener. You can see it right here. Now in this there are two parameters that we have to assign. First is the action on which we want the action to be performed. Like action can be of various types, like it could be a click, it could be hover, or it could be something else. For now what we want that we want to invoke the action on a click, so we'll write here click. And the next part is the function that we want to execute when this click occurs. So we'll write function, this is the bracket, and this is the code that the function would contain. So there is another syntax also of writing this part. You can simply cross this and you can write here bracket equals arrow and this. So this is the small part of writing the function and the bracket that we wrote earlier. So first of all, let's see if our code works or not. So to see that, we will write a small printing statement here that would tell us that this code works or not. So I'll write here hello. So my code says if this button here, if I click onto this, if that works, the event listener that would occur is this statement here. This would print this hello in the console. So let's run this in the server. I have already opened that one. So you see nothing happens, but actually this is not the console that would print this. For that we have to inspect this and we have to choose console. So you can see when I clicked onto this, I see this hello appearing. Now this 4 beside this hello is the number of times I have clicked this. So if I click onto this 3 times, 1 2 3, it would appear 3 more times and a total of 10 times. So this means that our code works. And now let's add the main part that we need to add here. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to change the background color. So similarly as we have chosen here document, so again we'll write document here. Document is actually that I have already told you is the object wrapper that contains all the elements and all the properties. It is actually a function. It is actually an object that has various functions and various properties. So if you don't know what is an object or what is a function based programming, if you want to know all this, please do let me know in the comments so that I can make a proper video on that, explaining you various basics of the coding and other things. So document dot we want to change the background color of the body, so we'll write here body, and for selecting the background color we'll write, first of all we'll write style, because the style is the property that contains the background color property. So we'll write background color, and we want it for now let's change it to a single color. Let's write here yellow. We'll save this and let's see our code works or not. Let's cross this, and now you can see when I click onto this, the background color changes. Let's refresh this again. So our code works. Now what we want is we want to display different colors on each click of the button. So for that we have to create a list of various colors, so that, and also create a functionality that would display different colors here on every click. So for that, first of all we need to create an array. Now what is array? Array is a collection of objects. For now as this color here is a string, we want to create a collection of strings. So similarly for an array, we'll write the name of the array first. We'll declare it with var and we'll write the name as color array. And to declare an array or initialize an array, you can say we'll write a square bracket, and inside this we'll give name of different colors. Like first of all I'll give yellow, then I'll give blue, and similarly other colors. So I have created this a list of 10 colors here, right here in this color array. Now we need to include a functionality that would select these colors one by one, and for that we are going to use the JavaScript random function. So let's declare a variable number here, and we want it to get a number, a random number. So for that we'll use JavaScript's math.random function. What it would do is it would give me a number between 0 and 1, excluding 1 and including 0. So first of all let's see if this number appears here. So we'll simply write a printing statement as we wrote earlier, which is console.log and display a number. Okay, and also one more thing, I want this function to work when I click the button. So when I click the button, this variable would be declared, and the background color would change to yellow, and also the number would be displayed in the console. Let's save this, and now let's see, open the console. So you can see when I click on this button, background color changes, and this number appears here, which is between 0 and 1. Again I click on this, another number appears, again and again. So our code works. Now how does array works is that arrow has indexing system. Like, indexing means each element that I have entered in this array has a number or a location which is specified by a number. Like this yellow here is has a location of 0, this blue has 1, 2, 3 and so on till 9. So all these colors have this location. So if I write here color array 0, and if I print this, okay, if I save this and if I print this, I should see color array 0, which is the element at the 0th index, which is yellow. So I should see the yellow appearing in the console. So let's again refresh, click on this, and you can see I see yellow here. Now if I change this to 9, which is right here pink, save this, again click on the button, and you can see pink. So this is how our arrays work. So we want to make the number that we generate number between 0 and 9. Let's see how we can do that. Now as you know, this is a number between 0 and 1, so we'll multiply this by 10. Okay, and also we want this to have now this would if the number generated is 0.1, that 0.125, it would be multiplied by 10 and it would be 1.5. But I don't want 1.5, I want 1, because the array takes the index values as whole numbers and not fractional numbers or decimal numbers. So what we need to do is we need to use another function, which is math dot floor. We don't need this bracket right here. So what this would do is it would give me the lowest whole number in the decimal number. Like if it is 2.1, it would give me 2. If it is 3.1 3.3, it would give me 3. Okay, so let's save this, and now let's console this. Let's save this, and on clicking on the button I get this number 1. Let's see another number that we get: 0, 2, 8, 1, 6, 6 and all those numbers. But one thing to notice here is that the numbers we are getting these numbers from 0 to 9, because if the number generated is 0.9, it would be multiplied by 10 and it would become 9.5, and when the floor value occurs, it would give me 9. So the number generated are from 0 to 9. So to generate numbers from 0 to 10, we need to add a 1 here. So if the number generated is 9.5, 1 would be added to it and will become 10.5, and after that the floor value would give the value as 10. So this would help me generate numbers from 0 to 10. So now we have our number, and now we just need to do a small change here, and we will get our desired background colors. So we just write color array, and inside this we are gonna write number. So what this will do is it will always generate a random number, and we will assign this number here, which would be assigned here. and this would give us a number from 0 to 10 and the desired color from this array. So let's save this and now see our web page. Now let's close this, and after this, now this is pink color, this is another 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 color. So now what we all need to do is we now need to do a little bit of styling. Just position this button to the center of our screen, and for that I'm gonna be using our Bootstrap classes. So I'll give this a div tag and give this a class of row, and inside this we are gonna give another class div, another class which is column2. I think column2 would be fine, and we will put this button in here. Okay, so if you don't know about these Bootstrap classes and other things, you can again view those previous videos where I have told you how to use HTML, CSS and Bootstrap, and the link also has been provided in the description box. Okay, so now let's use the classes here. In here we'll write a class which is called justify content center, and here we'll add a class which is deflex flex column, and again justify content center. Save this, and now for these classes to work we need to add the Bootstrap CDN here. Okay, so we have a small problem here. We are getting two buttons here. Okay, so I have included, we need to erase this button. Save this, and again one button, and now we'll see Bootstrap. We'll add the Bootstrap 4 CDN. Copy this from here and paste this here. Save this, and now let's see if our button comes to the center. Okay, so it is at the center, but it is, I want this to be center vertically also. So for that we need to do some changes here. I'll write style equals height, which is 100%. Similarly, this line I will copy and paste this here and here and here. We'll save this, and you can see now our button comes to the center. Okay, I have done nothing. I have just given the because earlier the HTML and the body tags only occupied the part of the screen. We wanted that to occupy the 100% height of the screen, so that is why we have given this attributes here. Okay, so now it has come to center. Now you can do some styling of any type that you want. I will do what I want. So let's make another file, style.css. We'll include the link to that right here, /styles.css. Save this, and now let's do the styling. Oh, button ID is actually btn change, so we'll write here btn. Now let's save this and see our changes. So you can see we have styled our button, and when I hover onto this, we also added this hovering style. So when I click onto this, the color changes. Okay, So this was our color background color changing project using JavaScript, and I hope you have seen various JavaScript concepts into work here. We have seen our variables, we have seen how to create an array, we have also seen how to add a click listener to our project. So this is all for this video. If you like this video, please share this video, like this video, and also subscribe to my channel for more upcoming concepts used in web development and to learn more. So thank you and have a nice day.